Good afternoon. Thanks for joining us across the fence. I'm Fran Stoddard. The heat of summer is giving way to the cool of autumn, which around here means apples. For a half a century, the University of Vermont has been selling apples at its farm tucked away off Route 7 in South Burlington. This year, the farm is broadening its sales to include maple syrup and fresh-picked vegetables, all the while keeping customers safe during the pandemic. Here's Terry Bradshaw, the director of UVM's Horticulture Research and Education Center.
This is our fall farm stand. We used to call it UVM Apple Sales for about 50 years, and then in 2014, when we started Catamount Farm and branched out into expanded vegetable production, we've changed it to the farm stand, or the Catamount Educational Farm Stand. Still apple heavy. It's fall coming in, so the bulk of what will be available will be apples, but we'll also have all the vegetables that we grow. Everything from at the very beginning of this season, which will be the end of our summer season, we'll have a little bit of our sweet corn, but we'll have, plenty of tomatoes, peppers, onions, potatoes, you name it, we'll have it. We're also going to be selling, as we have before, I think maybe because we've got more space, we'll be able to highlight a little bit more syrup from Proctor Maple Center.
What kind of apple varieties are available, Terry?
So we've got about 50 varieties on the farm. We're sort of in a transition. I actually, back in March, I was about to cut down an acre or so of orchard to make room for a future orchard. And it was just about the time when the COVID thing was starting to happen. And I thought maybe this wasn't the year to be cutting food down. We've organized a pretty good effort with Vermont Food Bank to glean a large chunk of that. I didn't leave that thinking that extra acre of fruit was going to, put this farm over the top and, send us into fabulous riches. The main thing was keeping food out there. And I was expecting we'd probably be donating a lot of it. So I think a large part of that acre will be going to various, both either the UVM campus food shelf or the Vermont Food Bank.
What sort of health and safety protocols are you putting in place?
We're following the standards protocols that were set forth by the Agency of Agriculture, the guidelines for farmers markets. We're basically a one vendor farmers market. One-way traffic flow. We will be having some pre-bagged fruit so that people who don't want to go through and pick their own fruit out of the bins are able to just pick up a bag and go. We'll have masks required for everybody on site the whole time we're here. The money for the farm stand has always gone to the operations of Catamount Farm. So we pay for some of our staffing, a portion of our staffing, but really most of it goes to pay to buy irrigation line and fertilizer and fix the tractors and just keep the farm going. It'll be interesting to see what the farm stand looks like this year. Reports are pretty good that farm stands are strong. I think we're gonna have a better farm stand than ever. So we've got more to offer people. We don't tend to do a lot of advertising. We're here, we produce a lot of food, and I want it to go to the community, but we have people who've been coming here for 50 years. So I'd love to keep seeing those folks. I'd like to keep them, coming and enjoying what they get in a new setting. But we've also are making a more concerted effort to market to the student population. We're only 4 miles away. We're not 40, we're not 400, we're pretty close. So I would love to get more students down here and community members. You don't have to be a UVM faculty or staff to come in the farm stand. In fact, most aren't. Neighbors, friends, just people who are interested in seeing what we do here.
Good afternoon. You too.
This is a really cool place. There's a reason I've stuck around for 25 years here. And so one thing I'd like to do while we're here, because we have a lot more space in the stand, is maybe put up some displays and highlight some of the other work that we do so people can learn about, what the Horticulture Center is about.
The farm stand at the UVM Catamount Education Farm is open Fridays from 10 to 4 through early November. The farm is located at 65 Green Mountain Drive in South Burlington. For more information, look for them on Facebook at UVM Catamount Farm.